because you told me the same thing when we first met, and yet here we are. So.
We're live.
Oh!
You told me to get the B-side.
I hate you! What was the yelling for, though?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Not again.
So I did. And put it right back on.
Oh, we are here once again to talk about episode 3 of this show.
3. Sorry.
So,
I be sure I'm wearing clothes. It's just a tube top. But I'm wearing clothes, okay? So you can't be YouTube. It's no one's
no.
Okay?
No one. Why would we do that?
Hand
Ain't nobody
up.
finna do that. Ain't nobody finna do that. We not white. We not.
You're right. I'm melanated naturally.
Let's start.
Go to a salon and pay.
Let's start with episode 3. So, my first qualm, unless you have something you want to go on first.
You may start for once.
Okay, damn. No need to get Eddie. Okay, relax.
I'm being mad. I'm just trying to point out because always me. Always got to not kick it off.
Cause I gotta give the younger person first. Cause they're always like, oh, the elders always gotta take over everything, and I'm like, okay, well,
said that.
The world, literally. Why do you think there's so much hate against elder children? Because they're the first.
World, y'all said that.
Anyway, so let's start. This global repatriation center is trash. Trash, basura, bottom of the barrel. Because what are you actually doing? What are you actually doing? Please explain to the community at large.
What is the task?
What is your job
that's being completed?
And why are you not doing it? What are y'all actually doing to the fact that the Flag Smashers actually have a footing? Make it make sense.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's America. Anyway.
Well, also true. Also very, very true. But yeah, the GRC is
trash.
Not giving what it's supposed to give. It was cute, y'all little commercial, cute. But it wasn't for me.
What's the big group things that each legislative house has?
No.
Yeah. Is it the RNC, the Republican National Convention, or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
It's giving that. It's giving that, honestly. Like making all these claims but not doing nothing. That could also be Democratic too, but Democrats at least are. Woo!
Ciao. Anyways.
I'm being honest, like it's giving give us nothing. It's giving, oh, I said I was gonna do this, but never mind. Because I have yet to hear what exactly this GRC is doing. What are they doing? Please alert the media. Because I don't know. Unless Walmart Cap is part of them. I feel like he might be. But also he's Besserer as well, so.
Yeah. He was supposed to be a government initiative, so. Well, governments, because it's a global thing.
So like United Nations?
Yeah. Okay. But like we're putting displaced people back in their place. But they're not giving what it's supposed to give. But yeah. F. Walker.
Forever and always.
That's literally it. Like I don't want to even period. All right, next point.
Zemo.
Right, they went and got Mr. Z.
Zemo doing exactly what he thought he finna do. Literally.
A crook.
A scammer, a cheat.
A crook.
An annoying man.
The ghetto.
The ghetto. Truly. Because I don't know how this ghetto ass man gonna be acting up, trying to play games, and then wanna. I'm done. Please elaborate, because I'm tired. I'm tired of him.
He knows exactly what to say and how to say it just so you can get in the palm of his hand. Because all he's doing is poking the bear.
Truly.
And saying
we all saw it. Tempted, and it's gonna be. We're gonna explain it more later on in the episode. But this man.
Moving on.
We
go to Madripoor.
No, before we get there, can we talk about the music playing scene with the Marvin Gaye reference? Marvel, what were you trying to say with this scene? Because I got questions. I have questions. Why is it that Bucky does not know about Trouble Man by Marvin Gaye, but you give Zay, Mr. Z, Mr. Z, this information to the point when he actually says that this song is a summary of the Black African American experience. Because man don't say black, he says African American.
Do you see me asleep? Because that's how I felt. I feel like I was giving a bed.
I was dead on the floor. I was tired.
I was like, how you know what perfectly sums it up? You was studying it. You was studying.
I was like, what are we missing? I know this man was in jail and he had books to read, but did y'all give him books about the African American? Was he reading Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois? Thurgood Marshall? What was he reading? I got to know.
Was he becoming an African socialist while he was in his cell? Okay. Cool. Also, he gets out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were in Madripoor. And he's just Bucky and Sam don't realize it, but he's literally using them as puppets.
Mm-hmm. Speak on it.
And he's literally, in the way, like, you have to stay in character so that we can get out of here alive. But also, like, Bucky was not in character. It was not just the character. That was some underlying
manipulation.
Triggered.
Mm-hmm.
Much reliving.
That poor man. I don't even know what to say.
And what's funny was that whole sequence had him really shook up because the whole rest of the episode he was just
quiet, out of it,
tired, drained.
Mans was tired. But also, can we talk more about when they go into Madripoor?
Mm-hmm.
They go into this bar. And this bar is called the Princess Bar. before I elaborate on that, I have to talk about the personas that were given to these people. Because Z was himself, ain't nobody care. Huh. Mr. Winter Soldier had to go back into that persona. I am so sorry, beloved. You don't deserve that trauma. Why was this man's name Conrad Mack? And why was this man dressed in something similar to a zoot suit?
The smiling tiger.
Whose idea was this? That's what I want to know. Because you could have leaned a. He almost looked like a pimp, and I was like, where are they going with this?
And then here goes emo. Only Americans would think a fashion for a black man would be a pimp. Fashion forward. Baby, I'm not even wearing that to the cookout. So what you mean fashion forward? Who's wearing that out?
And I feel like not enough people focused on that. Because the fact that he had to be an African royal, what does that say already? Then his name was Conrad Mack with the nickname the Smiling Tiger.
It's giving Black Panther too. But not quite Black Panther. It's like budget Black Panther.
Thank you. Because I understand what the idea is. However, not y'all trying to like cater to your own freaking piece of art that we're all still sore about. Because RIP to the actual king, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman.
For sure.
And also, Leticia Wright wanted to be. That's a whole nother thing. We're not going to talk about it, but that one. Mm-hmm. So we already on rocky road right now. Then y'all do this. Marvel, why? But then we get into Madripoor. And the Princess Bar is run by a gay woman. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this.
Shout out to the Princess Bar.
Shout out to who?
The Princess Bar.
And I'm sitting in it and I'm. Because this is where we learn about Dr. Wilfred Nigel, who knows about the serum.
Yes.
Because apparently, the power broker was the one who arranged for him to try to make more. Man's made 20 and they all got copped. And this is before we pour into the whole chaos mess that had. Ugh.
It was in their fight for their life.
Mm-hmm. Because mess just happened.
In the little crate living arrangements.
I don't understand. I kind of get it, but I also don't understand the crate arrangements. Like, is that trying to hint at them being poor? Or is that trying to hint at them being shady, so they're trying to hide their. Like, I'm getting very sketchy. Like, it's giving more sketch vibes, and I'm like, is the sketch supposed to be because they're in the.
Madripoor is supposed to be like the island of like criminals. So it's supposed to be giving like that other franchise where they try to mask criminals as good guys. And there's a posse, a collective of individuals with issues, and they just be out here messing up.
Cause I'm just sitting there and I'm like, okay. Okay, I get it. Okay.
So yes, they fight for their life.
They fight for them life.
Then Sarah calls Sam and blows their cover. And then they have to shoot Miss Girl. And then guess who comes?
To save the day.
Miss Sharon. Hey, Slim.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, how you doing?
She has to come in to save their asses. And then Mr. Z does a dumb shit that ends up saving them, though.
True.
And I still feel questionable about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's giving me very rocky terms. That's giving me indebted to my abuser.
Right. They tried to make us like Zemo.
They really did. Especially with, I'm not even trying to cut and jump back and forth, but especially that Dan scene they tried to give in the club, and we were like,
right.
What y'all trying to? No.
Trying to sympathize. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Is there anything else we missed before we get to the end?
Shout out to that turtleneck.
That was a look.
Shout out to that turtleneck.
Shout out to that turtleneck.
I'm trying to think.
Because that turtleneck was showing man's was dummy thick. And I am not against it at all.
Yeah, I was looking respectfully.
Not respectfully.
With Anthony Mackie. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi. And Sebastian, I was looking at you too. I was looking at you too. I hate to say it, but I was gazing. I opened my eyes. I saw what I saw. And that was the end of it.
I'm screaming.
That's all I have to say. And last.
So we called this or we called this?
Hello?
Hello. Because we done told you. We were like, let's see what's going to happen.
I said perhaps a Wakandan.
Someone from Wakanda is going to show up. And we were like very much Black Panther, very much issues about to run awry.
Right.
And who popped up? Who popped up?
Miss Girl, Miss Toller. She's not a girl. She's Judge Toller.
Not even Judge Toller. Judge Io popped out real quick. And she said, ladies and gentlemen,
we're here to get your man.
What we not gonna do is let a criminal run loose.
Yeah.
Because it's not happening. Not on our watch. Speaking of, I know we talked about this a bit, but we need to talk about it again. Y'all need to stop sleep. This seems to be a thing with the Marvel fandom. Why y'all sleeping on all the Black characters?
Yeah. I find it troubling that you first over Bucky every week when in fact the show is called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm not saying you have to thirst over Sam, but he's definitely the reason why this show is happening. We've had 10 years of Mr. Winter Soldier. There's literally nothing else I need to know. Besides, yeah, he went and had therapy. Yeah, he went and reconvened and got his life back in Wakanda. But we knew that because of Endgame and Infinity War.
And also part of me is really thinking like, is this something that is just going over people's heads because they don't understand the Black experience?
But even then, it's like, you can tell that they are only there for one reason. And yeah, watch Sebastian Stan.
Yep.
Like,
and it's really bad. Like, it's bad because there's so many things that the show is hitting on that is important.
That's doing this. The elevator, it's stuck in between floors.
Not even the elevator. Literally, they threw the ball at you and the ball went whoop. Honestly, hit you in the head and bounced off because I don't know what to say to these. I don't know what to say to these people. Like, there's nothing we can say. Because it's one thing where y'all don't pay attention to a black character. It's another thing when y'all confuse two women.
Right.
Who look
Nothing.
nothing. And like,
and the only time they look alike is when they're in uniform, because that's what a uniform is for. That's what a uniform is for. Okay.
and people really try to say, "Oh, well, they're both bald." I would have known.
So you mean to tell me every time when you wake up and you see Howie Mandel and you see Neo, you like, oh, the same person because they bald. Please miss me with the lip service. Just say I'm racist and move on.
Or when you see freaking Jennifer, damn, and you see Emma Stone. Are y'all gonna say they're the same white person because they're white? No. This always seems to happen with black people also. That's the other part that gets to me.
Yeah, and it's a lot of y'all white people walking around looking like clones. But I keep my lips shut. I know it's hard for you to keep them flaps because it's not lips. It's hard for you to keep your beak closed. I understand. But as for me and mine, I'm pointing it out because y'all be acting disco. Y'all be acting like it goes both ways, and it definitely doesn't. Because
Like
if
I'm
it,
sitting there, like I'm honestly sitting there because the minute that we say that, y'all want to call reverse racism.
yeah, and that's not even a thing for.
It's not a thing, and it's really tiring to see this constantly happen. And I understand it's not giving the same energy as WandaVision.
Yeah, and WandaVision didn't give energy until like episode 4. Ah, if you really want to get into it, the whole thing about WandaVision was that it was so suspenseful and you didn't know it was happening until it all came together. And that's the pace of that show.
Thank
But
you.
this is a different show.
And the pace of the show is supposed to go differently. Like they told you this was gonna be like a comedy style buddy rom com with serious intonations and notes underneath. Like
Right.
y'all have got to understand.
Right.
No two Marvel shows are meant to be the same. If they
You
wanted to
turn
do
on
that,
Disney
they could have
Channel
just
and expect Cartoon Network energy. Like what do you when you turn on Victorious, right? When you turn on Victorious, do you expect it to be just like SpongeBob? But it's on the same network, right? No. Y'all be picking and choosing. Well, I like WandaVision better. And that's fine. You can like WandaVision better. Cool beans. Good for you. But don't sit here and completely shit on a show and say, oh, all the themes don't matter, or try to pretend that there's no themes just because it's not your cup of tea.
truly that's all it is. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly, there's so much magic
And no one's making you watch it. Like
that too.
no one's holding you hostage.
Like you
You
know
can
that
turn the channel and
WandaVision
turn
is still
WandaVision
up.
on.
Literally, it's still up. You can go watch it over and over and over again until the end of time if you really want to.
Right.
But this is supposed to already be setting up a whole nother step to the other shows and other movies.
Right.
So I need
And
y'all
just
to
the phase and the pacing of it in general. Because
like the one thing I could complain about when it comes
WandaVision hit on topics that like are very hard to digest too. But because it wasn't giving mixed race, y'all was fine with it. It was cool. Yeah, we'll talk about trauma and depression and disassociating and all this stuff, right? But it comes to Falcon Winter Soldier, then it's, oh, we want to act brand new. Okay, y'all. Cool.
Also, me just noticing the connection also with who the focus is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because yes, they're doing all that conversation, but also the fact that they're doing that about Wanda, who is technically supposed to be a person of color.
Yeah.
But she got whitewashed.
Yeah.
And Vision, who, yes, is a white man, however, is representing an android
and
with
androids
red
don't
skin.
have races.
Huh?
And androids don't have races.
Yeah.
And ethnicities.
But honestly, he would probably be just like every other multiracial individual.
Yeah.
Just because they see there's already a dynamic of people with power and and normal individuals. And if Marvel decides to introduce the X-Men and that whole series into the universe, we know they're going to be othered. So who really is going to be othered? It's going to be people with power versus people without power. And the people with power are going to be seen as marginalized.
Very true.
And I'm just like, y'all really just playing games right now.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. Like, there's so much to it. And the only complaint that I would say that I can think of right now for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is that it's so short.
Yeah.
Because we have 3 more episodes.
Yeah. And they hit on topics that, like, you really need to spend time on. But they have to keep the show going. So they really can't harp on it. And that's what kind of upsets me, because it's like that's really what was selling the show. The fact that they were like, oh, yes, we're pairing Anthony Mackie and Sebastian together. You know, they already just chaotic just in real life. So it's going to look good on screen. But the idea that they were going to be talking about stuff that Marvel never really talked about, or if they did, it was giving very much, look at this, all right, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
So.
And like, I don't know how they would make it fit. I honestly don't know how they would make it fit, but I really do hope that they somehow find a way to put a season 2 for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I honestly hope that they can make a season 2.
And I definitely feel like that this is one of those types of shows like that could have a season 2.
Exactly.
It's like, it's not like this is the story and like that's the end of it. Like kind of like, it's not like it's an exposition. Like this is something that can keep going.
Exactly.
Whereas WandaVision, it was giving very much, this is the entire backstory. And now we come to the end of that. And now
where we are right now.
And we're going forward with the movies. So I feel like this could have a season 2 show. But yeah.
So hopefully Marvel hears us. Hopefully Marvel agrees with us. Since Marvel want to be stealing ideas from us anyway.
Are you listening?
Marvel, can you hear me? Bitch, make a season 2.
And give me more Negroes. Because Sebastian's not the only white man. I need to see more Negroes on that Marvel check.
Just give us more cultures, please.
Give me a Negro or anyone that's not white.
Just as long as they're not a snow roach.
Okay. Bye.
And with that, we're done. Bye, guys.
Bye.